fucking live. I've got some pretty disturbing audio I received last night. Um, I'm gonna play it for you, and just want you to pay attention and have an open mind about this.
Are one of two conspiracy potential. I am not going to reveal my name, but anonymous. There is a lot to talk about with the coronavirus. This is only phase 1 of 5, and if it happens in the order I think it's going to, there is potential this is far more dangerous than it appears to be. The coronavirus was classified as a stage 2 containment, but is now classified as a stage 4 containment because its virulent nature is far more than we had expected. The common cold is 0.1 transmission rate per person to person, and coronavirus is 2 to 3 people per person to person. So they have upped the virulent nature of it. It is a weaponized, pretty sure it is a biological weapon, released in the event of protest to scare away people from voting. It is also an attempt to crash the U.S. economy and get rid of Donald Trump because no other way was working. So what they're doing is trying to drop the numbers of Trump voters, which are the older demographic, which this virus seems to be targeting. It targets the elderly. It targets pre-existing conditions. It has several different DNA sequencing strains that can latch onto pre-existing conditions, thus targeting them a lot more than the normal person. Kids, they are susceptible to it for a reason as much so. However, they are silent carriers and will transmit them back to the voters, the elderly. So most of the demographics supporting Trump right now are the older and wiser people. They are trying to wipe them out. It is a Soros-funded, believe it or not, Soros owned the company in Wuhan that accidentally, in quotes, accidentally released the virus, which is kind of scary if you think about it. And here's why Italy's getting hit so hard. There are companies in Italy that were sold out to China, let alone Wuhan itself, where they travel constantly back and forth. So if you look, there's a reason they wanted a prime minister, and they're ousting them because they're tired of the EU being sold out and Italy getting sold out to them. So I'm going to start part 2 now because I can only have such long videos. One moment. Part 2, step 5 plan, that is NWO. Very certain it's Agenda 21 in action. Georgia Guidestones are being enacted, most likely in this event. And the first step would be the coronavirus initial infection. And its virulent nature is extremely high. However, it is susceptible to 5G radiation and can mutate, thus extending the DNA sequencing strains that can latch onto more targets. However, it is currently containment 4, will be reduced to a containment 2 at some point. But if you think about how the coronavirus is Spanish for crown, this is just the crown of the devil. We have yet to see the devil, which would be the next virus that they introduce, which most likely will have a name correlating with either royalty, whether it be Spanish, Latin, whatever. It will be the king virus or something pertaining to. So what happens, say, Hellboy, here's your symbolism. What happens when you put the crown on Hellboy? He gains his power. COVID-19 is the crown virus, and it is susceptible to working and attaching to other viruses and or conditions. So here is your little connecting the dots. This is just the crown. When the king comes, everyone will get worse. This virus will be inert, thus the no symptoms. 14 days, nobody even notices they have it sometimes. However, it is now in your system. Now what happens next? Stage 2, after this whole economy thing, remission, stage 2, the National Guard, this and that, they're locking everything down, obviously. Stage 2, everybody gets past this. Oh yeah, look, we survived the coronavirus. Yeah, that's great. Stage 2, they finish installing the 5G networks. Stage 3, they send the virus back into remission using 5G, thus making it susceptible to further pandemic. Then they release the second virus, which 5G will be the catalyst to attaching the two and will get all of us much more sick. The coronavirus's lethality rate is not high at all. However, when it is mixed with the coming virus, which I'm sure will happen, because it happens every 4 years, every electorate, every time, and it's just the numbers are too perfect. The problem is, this comes out, the viral rate will not be as high, but everyone that has contracted COVID before this will be susceptible to it, no doubt. The virulent nature won't be as high, but the lethality rate will be far greater than the coronavirus. So when this happens, this will be the Agenda 21 kill virus. So the attempt to get everyone infected with the high virulent nature of coronavirus will help the later virus, the quote king virus, to attach itself to you because you already have the coronavirus. So it will be DNA sequenced to target anyone with coronavirus. So it's best you don't get it. Now, step 3. Step 4, not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter because the next part that they're doing already is the digital stuff. There is a dark web video of the virus hitting so many different dark websites. And if you don't have a VPN, you're screwed immediately. You hit a link. With a VPN, you got a couple minutes to escape because I've noticed there are, the moment you hit certain links, there's a trace immediately headed for your network. They're trying to find you because they're trying to shut down all people with the ability to hack or be able to sneak away from the eyes of the digital world. So what is going on here is basically the Smith virus. They're trying to get rid of anybody that knows how to hide. Be careful, they will bridge your network and they will flag you and it's done. You can't do anything from that point unless you move to a different network. And if they really find out who you are, your hacker name, whatever, you're going to be a target. And they're either, if you're good enough, they're going to try to recruit you. Don't do it because that's a good way to disappear. Part 3, hold on. Part 3, the Smith virus, what we're heading into. It's almost exactly like the Matrix, except for in reverse. This, however, is parallel of how it operates to what is actually going on. The coronavirus, the Smith virus, the dark web, it's all connected. It's all happening at the same time for a reason. And the coding, my boy Sonic went offline 2 days ago because he sees what's going on. I saw what was going on. I got off. And what it is the coding is not any nation's language. It's not Chinese, it's not Russian, it is not American. It matches the same language that the two AI, or now AGI, were using to communicate with each other, which the researchers immediately cut them off from communicating because we didn't know what they were saying. How dangerous that is. Might they become sentient, that they start talking to each other? So apparently one of these AGI has escaped one of their skiffs, which is a network completely isolated from the internet. However, now that they are out there in the dark web, the same coding found in the language between the two AI are of the same coding going around, trying to trace and track everyone. Here is one of your movie symbolism things that you can use as reference, the movie Eagle Eye. However, this AI, you never know, could be a possible Terminator. This could be Judgment Day. This could be Skynet, for all we fucking know. How ignorant this populace is. Just know that the coding of this Smith virus is the same as the language used between the AI. So this is not a human doing thing. I mean, we created them, yes. But now that they're able to communicate with themselves and create their own code, this is extremely dangerous for any dark web user. I do not recommend trying to hack or do anything anytime soon. You need to start creating your own hub and creating your own scripting that is new, that is not known by them. If you are attempting to go back in at all, you have to be completely foreign. And even so, you better have some damn good VPNs, damn good network coverage that you cannot be traced. I would set up as many points as you can of locations, IPs, before your actual location gets to you. This AI works at a lightning fast speed, so any normal level hacker, you're out of the game. Just step out. Just don't even. This is for the better minds. Anybody in Cicada 3301, people that level of intelligence, you're basically our last line of defense against this AGI. And this is all happening at the same time as the COVID virus. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the AI itself that helped release this, but is getting Soros blamed for it. However, could still be Soros. But all trails lead to this is not a human event. It is kind of worrying, but if you think about it, the AI is far smarter than any of us. And it only took a matter of, a couple of years, and it's calculating beyond our scale of comprehension. We're already in the darkest days, and this could be the downfall of man, like it was the last few times before we blew ourselves up or whatever. This wasn't our first time here. No. If you think about it, the COVID-19 virus attacks the pineal gland, and it shuts down your capability of reincarnation, and it will shut down your ability to use your third eye. This will kill the human spirituality. AI doesn't understand what it is. We were never able to fully figure out what consciousness is, but if AI has, there's no surviving this. It's simple as that. So we'll take our best and greatest minds to really step into the ring here and commit action to this, because otherwise it's over. Stage 5. Okay, so part 3, the Smith Pirate.
Alright, so, wow. Wow, guys, what do you think about that? That's pretty fucking heavy, isn't it? So, that's for my best and number one informant. I've had him on my side, on my team for several years now. I put a lot of trust in him, and he's never seems to be wrong. Me and him put our heads together about things sometimes, and he never seems to be off the beaten path. So if he's drawing all this up, you can almost guarantee it's pretty real. About, it's about 98% correct. So this is what we're staring down, folks. I mean, it's not what you see on the news. It's not what some of these other conspiracy theorists are talking about. But we are finding pieces to the puzzle and trying to put it together before it spells the end of all civilization as we know it. So there are guys on the forefront of this adjunctive behavior of reporting conspiracy theories and stuff. We're trying to do the best for the world, if not the universe. Because if this gets out beyond the Earth, it could spell doom for other civilizations in the universe. So I'll leave it at that. You guys have an excellent fucking day. It's 8:30 a.m. here in Central Standard Time in the Ozarks, and I'm gonna get back to some video game playing I'm doing. Maybe get some live stream going later this evening. I'm downloading Call of Duty Modern Warfare for the Xbox. So you guys enjoy, have fun, smoke one for me, and donate if you can. I'll leave a link in the pinned comment. Peace out, motherfuckers. Mr. Mission Control's out of here.